Here we go.
Mike 54. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come. Watch the safety creep.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line.
Prescott on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. The 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, 87 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 20. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yo.
Set hunt.
Yo.
Set hunt.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third. Down looming.
Here we go. Black 80.
Walk 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Set hunt.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 41-yard line. Hey, watch out.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 180.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Big hit.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
47.
56.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Kill. Tighten up.
Here we go. 47.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You better be afraid of me. Here we go. 46.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
It certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Under.
Right there, 54. Right there.
First down, Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're... he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tavon Austin, 76 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
You ready? Check, 59, 59. All day, baby, all day. Check 26, check 26.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike 5'9".
Hit it.
On 3rd down, rush. It's complete to Brown, right side. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
He'll look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. They'll drop the throw. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it.
Let's go, man.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
20, Mike, 20. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. All day, baby, all day.
Now.
Throwing again. Rush. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Cut. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
To throw on 3rd down. Rush. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Operating from the gun. Rush. He's going deep for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now back to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Down. 30 base. Watch my board. Arnie.
Go.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Go now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Matthews, the intended target.
At their own 21-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Fights free yet again. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Set. 60 outlaw. Face. Ready.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
50.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Check, 59. Drop deep. Check. Lucky.
Greystone, travel.
Austin's got it left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw, rush. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Rush. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Check. Crunch.
Go on.
36. Hey, alert 3.
5.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Now Rush.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set 18 Gator.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
But I...
Screen. Let's go.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tavon Austin, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
54, watch 54. Rip right, rip
Hey, 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 hey. Go, go.
Mike's 5-4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "What was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Please grip.
They'll set up a throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready, break.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Get it.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
80 weapons.
They'll drop the throw. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Gets this one left side to Pettis. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Come on, switch it.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick, and the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
A good pick up there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it fly for Austin. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Down. 18 Gator.
Come on, D.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
41. I've got to wedge that, huh? I got it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. eluding the pressure right. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you? Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Gold with the extra point, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Rush. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, Rush. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the